Yo, is this thing on? Yeah. You know what it do. Cruising around the town, we got the sound. We got some new ideas, spreading them around. Ascension, that be the topic. Coming up in here and not being myopic. You know we got precision with the lyrics. Every time, cause we coming with the spirit. Intuitive glide, every time I slide. Coming up in here, one wheeling alright. Yeah, got the little wiggle and flow. All up in here, we doing do-si-do. Yo, shout out to the deuce, and you know I'm coming through. Tell the truth, and you know what I do. Up in the booth, cutting it loose. Yo, we ripping it raw. Yo, we gotta keep it moving. Yo, gotta blab the jaw. Cause you know we got a mission to share. Coming up in here cause you know we care. Beyond comparison. Cause it be the style of the mind and it's embarrassing. But guess what? When I'm locked in the heart, I'm stimulating through the source and locked in my art. Yo, gotta let it spark. Coming up in here and we always spark. Spark, start, what we gonna do? Squawk like a lark, you know we getting done. We crossing over the street, just having some fun. Going through the trails, you know we ripping raw. Just went through here with Nick after the pod. Yo, that was so damn good. It's amazing, yo, it be understood. Innerstood, outerstood, and overstood. That's what I do and every time I focus, son. Yeah, number one, that be my mission in my own definition. That's what it do for you. You know we gotta syndicate the heart, maximize, dude. Yeah, heart, the human art collective. Coming up in here cause you know we kinda connected. Shout out to John Morrow, planting those good seeds, you know that be sowing into tomorrow. You know we got the raw flow coming up in here and you know we eating vegetables. And lots of fruit, it do compute when I'm talking to my gal. Yo, we gotta give it up to the mama Megs. Coming up in here each and every days, teaching us how to unleash the pathways so we don't be going crazy. Yeah, with toxicity. Coming up in here cause we rock with ease. So we got the cell core kind of happening. All the internal organs opening up the elimination pathways. Coming up in here ripping raw shit fast ways. Moving all the parasitic kind of thoughts. The parasitic creatures and you know we never stop. Yo, that's going crazy. Coming up in here. Can't even believe, yo. What do we perceive, yo? Only our dreams, bro. Only our dreams flow. Coming up in here cause there never be no equal. Cause you are number one. You are the only one having action in the individual drop of your soul. Cause we up in here, you know how we grow. Look to the nature, it always tells us. And it always smells good. What's the smell, son? Yo, it'd be so nice, it might be a little pine and a little bit of spice. Yo, I'm feeling so elegant, rapping it twice. You know, we wrapping it up in a Christmas gift and you know what we like? Yeah, that's why it's the present. Coming up in here, you know, just like a reverend. I'm a little irreverent at times, but you know, the reverence I find. The reverence I find when I be coming through off the lyrical mind, dropping the freeze, you know, with ease, teleporting around the town, you know how we do these, This is some advanced one-wheel terrain, FYI, this is fire, out here in Sunset Valley. Shout out to Dave McCusker, Danny Bustos, and Nick Urban, all the hospitality the last few days. Yo, I'm gonna turn this beat up, turn it up a little bit. Coming up in here, you know we got a little spit on the mind. You know it be divine every single time. Yo, we wanna dance, it's so fine, so functional. How we grow, yo, we up in it, we rippin' though. Rippin' it specific, you know we be prolific. We up in here, you know we rockin' specific. Telecommunication, telepathy, yo, it's unification. We got the thoughts, yo, breeding indeed. Cause the thoughts actually be planting like seeds up into the mind, yo, the fertile kind of soil. Coming up in here and you know we got the toil. Never really that, cause you know it's of the mind. So we dropping in the heart with the meditation we will find. All the intricacies of the soul. Coming up in here, you know we blessing those. Oh my goodness, how could it be? I can't believe we made it through all of these things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look at that. Yeah. So fun, you know how we grow. We turning left, we exciting though. Look at this, yo, we gonna go through the grass. Having so fun, making our own path. Choosing our own adventure, it be divine. Coming up in here, Rippin, wash it every time. Celebrating, you know it be so fine. Cause we got our own lyrics and we got our own mind. So we be fusing and connecting all together. And Theos, holistics, doing clever. Tried and true, you know it be the best. I be up in here and I be sharing the blessings of the sanctuary from within, and you know that it is never scary when I got some beliefs that actually back all the thoughts on the spiritual track. Yeah. How you doing? How beautiful is this, yo? What? Where are we? Magical land, like it's heaven, coming up in here. You know, I gotta find myself so clear. You know, the top, the chakra be open, the crown non-stop. Actually, I learned from my man Chris Hager. It's not really a chakra, it's a connector to the divine nectar. Coming up in here, you know we are collectors. Then it processes through the first eye. And guess what? Will I even be fly? It depends if I let it out my throat. My creation center, you know it be so dope. Because I gotta let it fly, or else it bounces right out of the mind. So when the seed drops it to the mind, yo, I hope you breathe it to the heart, and you know it's your art coming up in here, and you know how we will spark serendipitous kind of thoughts, ceremonious, you know how we talk. Remember the prayer because we care. Coming up in here, out the atmosphere. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is some wicked terrain, y'all. Yeah, there it is. Okay. New track right here. Yo, you know we on a mission, proceeding, you know, with the vision. first eye clear in the atmosphere. Come up in here, you know how we do, dear. Signing with the dearest, y'all. Coming up in here, ties in, never stalls. Tyler Drake, you know it be the birth name. Ties in, you know it be my born name. Embodiment the full. Coming up in here, Rick and Russia from the soul. Rippin' raw shit off the mind, cause we coming up in here with the flows that we find. Yo, we so elegant when we tap it straight in. Do it all the time with the lots of patience. Yeah, cause it not be the time that matters except in the mind. Cause the soul even knows every time you know how it grows. It be so telepathic, coming up in here, and you know it could be drastic. When I wanna compress what's in my heart, when I wanna shrink it down to something little spark of the mind. Guess what, yo? Soul growth happens every time, outside of time and space. So we find it when we find some grace. All those inner parts, all the darkness, give it a little hug and a little spark. Oh my goodness. Coming up in here, you know how yeah, that's some terrain. Coming up in here, it's insane. Don't really matter, we just jump off. Coming up in here, you know we got a stunt boss. This is so fun. Thank you for joining me on this magnificent Sunday sunset OneWheel Freestyle Sesh. I'm gonna pick a specific track. Oh, how nice is that? Dude, this guy right here, just found out about him. Look at this. Action. Alizada. Incredible. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for building, connecting, and co-creating your soul's frequency. Yeah, frequencies coming up in here, you know we feel the breeze. Cause we got the 10 toes down. Coming up in here, the soul be profound. Cutting it up, ripping it down. Coming up in here, you know we going down. Prolific, specific, coming up in here, and you know I got a gift, kid. Gotta give a gift to you. We up in the neighborhood, my dude, but that really ain't what I want. So back to the trails I flaunt. Now chickadee, check it as we drop it now. Coming up with flows so profound. How we going down, yo? We going up, but we go down so we can feel the stuff. Yo, it be fidelity every single time, cause I gotta feel the lows in order to feel the highs. So I can live in black and white. I can live a compressed kind of life, or I can feel the real. Come down so I can feel the thrill. That's how I got the magnetism, cause I'm honest and that gives the wisdom. That be the ties and kind of talk, the identified stuff. You know it be the spark, ties in, coming through straight off the heart. That be the king, warrior, magician, lover, coming up in here like Donald Glover. What you gonna do, yo? I'm gonna rip it on the one wheel to be specific. Feeling prolific, cruising through the trails. Coming up in here, you know we do impale. Oh my goodness. Look at this, yo, look at that. Yo, coming up in here with the raw kind of track, yo. We got the back, yo, back out. Coming up in here, ripping all kind of style. Gonna smile each and every way. That's what I do, cause I gotta play. Passions, presence, and play. Passions, that be a new kind of thing. That be the presence and the passion. Coming up in here, you know we be smashing. Eating our rations, feeling nourishment, satisfaction. What we gonna do? We gonna do the Zen pledge and purge what's happening, dude. Insulative layers. You know we Gotta get all these parasitic funks out. Coming up in here, you know they on a different route. They were here in symbiotic ways until I gave them too much sugar and they stayed really long. They got really big and really, really strong. And guess what? When the moon comes out, they be like on another route. That be kind of like a werewolf that's happening inside. It's like, how do I even string this? I don't know, but I mean this. It's such a game, it's such a dance to be able to stay in that perpetual flow state. Oh my goodness. Check this one out, y'all. Look at that. Yeah. That's like mountain bike trails, but one wheel, you know, we've just got this little tiny wheel. 10.5 inches by 4.5 wide. There it is. How you doing? You having fun out here? Yeah, me too. Come up in here, you know what it do. Having so much fun, popping like popcorn. Do it all the time, you know how I'm born. A star seed, I do believe. Coming up in here, you know I do feel it all inside of me every single time. Cause I gotta push the limit when you know I'm doing rhymes. Yo, what's our mission? To ascend, yo, fulfill the vision. Fulfill the prophecy of the heart connect. Coming up in here, you know that we are architects. Architecture. Coming up in here, and you know how we got up in. Oh my goodness, stumbling the words. Cause I gotta get the focus. That's right, you gotta do it. Coming up in here, you know how we improve it. Yeah. Look at this. So, this gives you an example. Not very big, but that's all it takes with a one wheel. And so it's a super flow state activator. And similar to snowboarding in the physics on land, and every little nuance and texture within the land is felt and needs to be overcome with suspension through the knees and a core that is both strong and flexed and yet flexible. Almost made that one a couple stairs up. This is gonna be so fun. I've never posted any content like this. It's just long form, freestyle flow state, little action with Tyler Drake. Let me know what you think. Vibing high with Ty. Coming up in here, unlocking first eye. Telepathic kind of vision. Coming up in here, you know we got precision. Moving through the forest, I got a chorus. Every time, you know I am a chorus. Laborious, but I do it with heart. So it's called passion every time that I spark my art. Yo, it be the truth. Coming up in here, ripping rhymes, and you know we in the booth. Cause I both be everywhere. That's why the podcast be everywhere. All up in the atmosphere, the sacred sanctuary. Sacred sanctuary. In the sacred sanctuaries. In the sacred sanctuaries. Sacred sanctuaries. Yeah, sanctuaries. Where? I don't know. Sanctuary. sacred sanctuary kind of topic. Coming up in here and you know how we pop it. Yo, we do rock it each and every way. Coming up in here and you know how we play. Yeah. Dude, the physics of a OneWheel are insane. This is a single motor. It's a hub motor, so it's actually integrated into the wheel base. And it has such dynamic adjustments that when you come up on any particular obstacle, it's having to figure out exactly how much torque to use in that moment to stay the proper amount of inertia and keep the rider in balance on top. Yeah, straight up magical technology. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sunset Valley, nature kind of way. We got some living on the ground anyway. Yeah, that's how we rock it. What's up, my dude? You know we out of pocket. He be on the mountain bike, I got the OneWheel for real. Coming up, you know we find the thrill. Every single way we play. Coming up in here, serendipitous lay, yo. It's amazing how that does energize the soul and the mind. It does. See my bros just right here, just ripping. As I'm coming up in here, you know I'm just spitting freestyles for the mile for a while. Coming up in here with jaws like crocodile. Make me smile every single way. That's how we do, yo. Ascension's the way. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this, y'all. I don't know if it looks as good to you as it does to me, but that's just like beautiful. The colors are just popping right now. Coming up in here, you know what it do. Feeling so funky, feeling so fine. In the crazy forest we will find maybe a little bit of cactus I see. A prickly pear, man, don't wanna touch it indeed. Cause those quills be the thrills. Coming up in here, man, you know we got the dills, Nick. Coming up in here, and you know that I will kills it. Actually, you know, I'll be inspiring. Coming up in here, not building empires, friend. Those be the hierarchical structures. We coming in the sacred circle structure. Yo, that means we coming in. All up in here, we rolling as kin. Yeah. These trails are incredible. Shout out to Sunset Valley, Texas. What? Yeah. So good. Let's see. Okay. This is the Osmo Pocket 3 that we're using right now. With the built-in mic too. And just seeing how it goes, a little speaker action. Yeah, see. Come on, active track. This kind of activity is so good for the brain. Feel into all of the things that are needed to be processed, integrated, and then responded to simultaneously. Every little bump, every branch, beat and the flows. Wow. Whoa.
No one else can make my hurt myself anymore. No one else can have my
Look at Bambi.
to me. I don't need a conversation to run no affection. To be sure, you even stay there and say I'm far away.
Hi, dear. What's up? That is so cool. This thing has a gimbal built in. So I was able to triple click the button, disable active track, flip around to show y'all there were 5 does that were just chilling in this beautiful pathway. And I hope that you're able to see that last one. It was so curious. I'm sure it was feeling the vibes. You know, we're emanating right now and all times, yo. Emanating with the flows is how it grows. Serendipitous, you know we sparking those. Yeah, a little bit more heart. Spilling it forward, yo, we're filling on our heart. Filling it in, yo, find the colored pencil. You don't need a little kind of stencil. Yeah, you know we actually color how we ever want. And you know that's how we discover our own kind of limits, our own flow. Our own kind of soul, you know, bro. Yeah, that be the way. Coming up in here each and every day.
No one else can make me hurt myself anymore. No one else can have my tears get back.
I mean, this is the longest form freestyle scenario that I've done. So let's step it up a notch. Let's start bringing in this track with the lyrics is probably not gonna work. We're gonna switch it up and see. No. There we go. So I want to get more topical with it, specific. Yeah. What's up, man? All right. Yeah. It starts with the heart, you know, it's where it sparks. Every time, you know, it called art. We got the roots, tap it to the ground. Yo, it's amazing, it's profound. My cellular networks connected all together. Just like the neural pathways doing it better. Because the earth got its own kind of mind, doing it with flows every time. Yeah, you know what it do. We got a little sign with the dog mess, my dude. Dog must be on leash. It's dog off the leash, yo, it must be a beast. Yeah. This is hard. Man, I just want to give a little shout out to Harry Mack right here. That brother has inspired me so much. Like next level how much he's inspired me. I didn't even know that freestyling off the top like this was possible. Especially not to do it with such soul and deeply woven tapestries. And about 3 years ago, a brother of mine introduced me to Harry Mack. He's like, hey, I'm sure you've heard this dude. I listened, I was like, what? No freaking way. No freaking way. I was on a road trip going from Tahoe to Dallas, Texas, where I used to live. And I had maybe 10 hours left, and I listened to Harry Mack for the whole 10 hours. It was so soul inspiring. so inspiring. Gotta give a shout out to my man H Mac, yo, he's on the route, no doubt. Yo, we gotta go in, coming up in here, and you know how we're flowing. Yeah, gonna come through with the rhymes, touch the leaves, yo, feeling so fine. Yeah, you know how it grow. We all up in here, it's exciting though. Yo, we'll be the precipice, called the flow state. Coming up in here, and you know how we flow great. No debate, no hesitation. We coming up in here with raw demonstrations. Purity from the soul. Coming up in here, how we're rocking those. Yeah, you know, it gotta be the truth in the booth. Yo, every time, or I cut it loose. That's what we be doing, unless it's obtuse. You know what we got to do. That's just like word mumbo jumbo at this point. But that's actually, that's really great. Sharing this with you right now, I'm realizing I'm going to share this whole video for this exact reason. This isn't about presentation or performance. It's about expression and emanating our frequency. Yeah. That's what it's about. Such a gift to be out here telling the truth, ripping it with you, flying through the ground, so profound. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this impromptu freestyle. Coming up in here, you know, we go for a long while, and I hope that you smile. That be my mission, yo. Paradox, yo, it's like a child. Gotta be in the childish state to be out here feeling great, but not childish, cause that be like an immature. And childlike, and that be for sure. Yeah, you know, sending a signal, coming up in here, and you know, I will rip those. Yeah, rip it all open, the throat chakra open, and you know how it's scoping. Yeah, we gotta find the time, yo, find the rhymes. We will find, yo, each and every way. Having so much fun, serendipitous lay. Yeah, party on the vibe, yo, we party on the streets, yo, we party, keep it live, yo, we elevate the scene, yo, we elevate the vibes, and we feel it all. That be the night, the dark night of the soul is what tells us the truth, so we can find inner peace in our youth. Yeah, that actually be one of my favorite codes with telepathy. Yeah, would be the telepathic, kind of drastic. Coming up in here, you know how we have it. Having so much fun each and every time. Coming through, waving at the neighbors sometime. Yeah, you know I wanna make them smile. Coming up in here, and you know I will go wild. Yeah, that's right, we go in. Coming up in here with a Rubicon flowing, yo. That GB so nice, you know, having so much fun, yo. Sacrifice is nothing when it be inspired. Coming up in here and we taking it higher. You see how the windage feels. Coming up in here and you know how it feels. The reals, it be the best. Sending all these blessings to you.